听到吗？你要讲 OPP 吗？今天？对，那我等等。
第一场，和敬平安，万商云集。
我没有想到，会有一天这么多人哦。
Before joining Rive, she used to be a corporate manager in a telecom company, very big company she used to work. But why she joined Rive? Because her father had some health problem. She will tell herself how she joined, but seeing after her father's transformation and the opportunities she has seen in Rive International, she quit her corporate manager job and she joined Rive full time. And Team Elite Pabo is one of the highest high rank in Rive. So I would like to introduce and invite Miss Shen Fu Weiling to run the show today. Thank you so much. Sorry, my
Okay,
English
thank
is
you.
like that, huh? Don't mind, because this is our not main language, so English is not so good. But I hope you guys could understand me.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Sudha. Thank you, everyone. So, welcome to the event today. Basically, before we start, is it possible, because this is a Zoom event, is it possible if everyone can on their video, Zoom video, to actually we have a interaction, more interaction, because otherwise, let me show you. If I close my video, am I sounds like a radio announcer to everyone? So if the whole hour I've been talking and you're just looking my name, say call Wailing, but without me, my face, I think you'll be listening to like a radio announcer, isn't it? So before we start, we request everyone possible, and by actually in a condition that whoever invited, we are suggesting to come into Zoom with a video open. Otherwise, later on, we would like to invite you out from the room. So unfortunately, yeah, we gotta say that this. So I hope everyone, if possible, and if you're unless you are very not convenient, you may message us. Okay. Otherwise, we will like to suggest everyone, please open your video. All right. So before we start, right? Okay. Thank you very much. It's here. The event, we should start here. So Sudha is someone stays in UK right now, and she was a Nepalese, and that's the one she started with. Namaste. All right. You see that this is an international business. If you look at the screen right now, look at the video right now, there are different nationalities, because Railway International is a Singapore company. Our products is a New Zealand products. But today, okay, I am not here to sell you product, right? You may think you come in invited by your friends, but we are not here to sell you products, because by selling, the company is already 18 years in the market. We have 64 offices around the world. We have 16 countries right now, right? So if we are here attending, asking you to join the event, join the Zoom just to selling you one product, I think it's a little bit too simple to say that. So what we are here doing is today, because a lot of people do not really understand what is stem cell as of today's, and maybe they heard of it, but they are not sure what exactly the stem cell can help or benefits them for their friends, for their families, or even for with their own. Right. So we are here to do some awareness. First thing first. The second things, we will show a little bit of testimonials and also the business opportunity. And what are the business opportunity? Why am I here? As being a Malaysian and Asian, flying like almost through and through 30 hours just to come to UK, stay here alone. And then all my teams, Malaysian teams, is back to, or Singapore back to their home country, is because we are heavily invested for the next 3 years, and we are planning to open another 20 over locations in the whole of Europe, because in the whole Europe there are 40 countries around. So, and we are already very successful in Asia right now. Okay, you've never heard, so let's start the this event right now. So let me share before I start. I can actually show you the first slide, right? So, okay, right. All right. So everyone see my screen, right? Can see? Okay. Today just a short introductions, and within an hour we're going to finish it. So what are we sharing today is a product opportunity. It's a opportunity here. You see that it's a 7 at the right corner, meaning it's a 7 edition. But what is it product opportunity about? Basically, like what Sudha told just now, mentioned just now, because my father has some illnesses like Parkinson. So 7 years back, about 6 to 7 years back, my father got a Parkinson. I work in a corporate. If you look at my face, do I really need yeah, I probably need stem cell, because I wanted to look young, right? Everyone wants to look young. No one wants to look older than their actual age. But what makes me comes to here today is because I was looking for more than 20 over doctors. I'm not sure about Europe. Okay, probably I'm not sure about UK. UK, you have a very good social welfare and with all the free doctors and visiting hospitals and so on, but not Malaysia. I've been looking for more than 20 over doctors, being a private, being a government hospitals, being a Chinese doctor, but none of it can actually help my father. Why? Because when I look at this report, I saw the lights of hope here. Okay, so I look at this report. It's calling the death sentence without committing any crime. I was like all of you. 5, 6 years back, I was like all of you, invited by my friends, but that's before COVID, right? And there's no Zoom. So it was over a dinner. My friend actually invited me to a small meeting like as such, okay, but offline, not like online now. So I saw this report. This report talking about the death sentence committing any crime. Suddenly, it gives me some hope. Why? Because I thought Parkinson is actually very serious right now. But in fact, this is not even in top 10. You see, the first one is heart disease, stroke. Third one, lower respiratory, chronic pulmonary disease, lung cancer. Number 6, diabetes, Alzheimer, cirrhosis, number 10. Parkinson is not even in top 10. But you know what? If you look at number 6, 30 years ago, there's a diabetes. 30 years later, they are still diabetes. Why? Meaning the medical science come to a bottleneck crisis because 30 years ago, doctor asked us to eat medicine because of diabetes or taking a jab insulin. But 30 years right now is still taking insulin, meaning it's already come to bottleneck crisis, meaning there's no cure probably, but it's only control. And you look at this report, it's not from me, not from someone, not from Suda, but it's actually from WHO, World Health Organization. And it's stating that on top of your right, 74% of people died from the chronic disease. What is 74% means? Today, if you look at the Zoom right now, there are 25 people. 74%, meaning more than half people might have the top 10 disease. We think back of our family members. We think back our neighborhood. Anyone have heart disease? Anyone have stroke? Or anyone have diabetes? Easily. And like my friend's father, Alzheimer, easily these days, Alzheimer comes to 50 years old, you get Alzheimer. So you see that it's very easy, the top 10 disease, easily you can find these days in our neighborhood, not among like very far away my families and friends, but just our neighborhood. There are people who facing this top 10 disease. Why? Aging populations. People are aging right now these days a lot. Wrong diets, very easy, like all the good foods and stuff, but MSG and processed food, wrong diet. Inevitable stress. Okay, we have economic crisis, you have all the inflations. I heard about everybody's talking about inflations, stress, okay, pollutions. So with all the illnesses, disease, it comes to a bottleneck crisis here. So when you have a bottleneck, you have a crisis. When we Chinese say or Asians say there's a crisis, there is an opportunity here. So recent medical science breakthrough, there's a discovery of stem cell. Okay. Why is it called discovery? Because discovery is not about invention. Invention meaning that the light is invented, the plane is invented, or the house, everything's, a lot of things are invented without existing here. But discovery means that there's 5,000 years ago, it's already someone found out. It's always existed in the world, but just that no one actually discovered. So recently, medical science is talking about discovery of stem cell. What is stem cell means? So it's talking about the most basic form of all living things, the organs. Meaning, if you look at the picture, right, the first one is the sperm and ovum, the father and the mother. The first is called stem cell. Then comes to 9 months, duplicated blastocyst, all right. Then develop more than 300 different types of cells. For example, you have intestinal cell, liver cell, nerve cell, lung cell, heart cell. Meaning from head to toe, from your hair to your nail is actually all by cell. We come from cell, we die from cell. Last time, when you actually you have a scratch, you have an injury, it's very easy to recover. But how come these days when you reach an age of 40, age of 50, age of 60, it's very difficult to recover because the cell is actually aging, right? So we must understand what is cells about first before we're talking about stem cell here. Many people who barely knows about stem cell, but they don't really know what is the benefits of stem cell. So there's a miracle of stem cell is an unstoppable medical science trend, meaning you can see that even one of the patient, like you're talking about AIDS patient cured by stem cell from HIV donor, right? You can seeing a transplant, you can seeing that stem cell therapies to treat diabetes. You're seeing that someone is stem cell and autism, right? You can see that for breast cancer, you can see a knee pain, even in the Mandarins talking about 100 years, but 50 years old body. It really happens, like our Malaysia Prime Minister, and I think most of us knows our ex-Prime Minister, Mr. Dr. Mahathir. Okay, so and most of it. So that's the reason already are talking about unstoppable medical science trend. Not I say stem cell is good. It's everybody is saying stem cell is a miracle there. Okay, so there are 6 methods of getting the benefits of stem cell today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Number one, if we are rich and famous, most of it, again, we are commoners. We are normal people. We are unable to actually go for placenta injection like Switzerland because this is very expensive. It's probably cost about $100,000, $200,000 and time consuming. You got to stay there. If you have money, definitely I would recommend because it's a 90 years old La Perry clinic. Okay, it's already proven with all the rich and famous. But sometimes many people still wants to look young, still wants to look beauty. They opt for a local beauty salon, right? That's number 2. But sometimes beauty salon, you have these problems. It's talking about non-professional or safety concerns, right? So some people you can see that after they go for non-professionals one, ended up they change their face a lot. Okay, beauty become ugly. Okay, I mean blunt to say that, unfortunately. So sometimes we must be very careful when choose talking about local beauty salons. All right. And then stem cell transplant, we heard of leukemia, but it's very painful and expensive as well because you cannot put a jab on the anesthesia at the back, your backbone, because it's talking about stem cell transplant and you need to wait. It's the time consuming as well. Then you're talking about healthy lifestyle, very effective. Okay. Let's see, right? Whoever actually have doing this, give me +1. Is everyone wake up in the morning, 30 minutes of jogging every day? No one. Okay, if anyone, yes, you just put +1. No, right? See, is anyone every day is actually drinking 8 glasses of water consistently? Maybe. Okay. Is anyone every day sleeping at 9 p.m.? Very difficult these days, especially our very busy lifestyle, right? So that's why it's ineffective and we need to be very persistent because at somehow our point in our life, right, we actually had Panadol, paracetamol. I think you call here paracetamol, but in Malaysia we call Panadol, right? So any way in our life, during our life, right, we should have some medicine. It's already poison in our body at one point. So you see, it's very ineffective and we need to be very persistent on our healthy lifestyle. Otherwise, it's impossible to do this. Then the last one is adult stem cell banking and then also cord blood banking. But some of it, we want to give birth, already missed the chance. Like all the men here, is no way they can get the cord blood banking as well, isn't it? So that's why they're saying that is there any more convenient, more effective, and more affordable way because not all of us can go to Switzerland for placenta injection. Last time do not have, but right now, yes, you have. Why? There's this thing called oral capsule modern technology. Okay, so You see, it's not talk about technology. It's just like last time they do not have AI. Right now you have AI. Last time you do not have iPhones like with all the buttons phones. Right now you have the phones without the buttons. No one wants the button phones because it's all the technology. So with this oral capsule modern technology is actually a technology you can consume the cell, okay, the capsule is actually live, right? But a lot of people ask, how can you actually eat with live and can consume it live cell because of technology? The first three on the left side is keeping the cell, the stem cell, the growth factor on a live status, meaning that the first one is a supercritical extraction. We are extracting the cell up to 99% of biological activity, meaning we keep that live. Like, you are going to IVF, you're keeping your live sperm and live ovum, right? So there are technology to actually extract the cell with life. The second one is a freeze drying technology. So it's like freeze drying your sperm and ovum. It will be actually preserve it, maintain bioactive for 3 to 4 days. It is possible to take live cell, right, instead of injection. Then the third one is nitrogen fuel technology. Because everything is live, you need to prevent oxidation. So we're putting in the nitrogen fuel technology, prevents oxidation from the rancid, live cell rancid. So the first three technology is about life. The next three technology is about absorption. You see, whatever we eat, a lot of times we are not absorbing. A lot of people telling me that, oh, we need to eat natural food. Have you heard of that? I don't eat supplement at all. I like natural. I only believe natural foods. But you know what? 20 years ago, or maybe you are 5 years old, 6 years old, 10 years old, when your cell is very young, you'll be able to absorb. But what if you are already 60 years old? How can we absorb exactly like the 5 years old boy? Because our cell, our organs has been aged. So it's impossible by eating all the roots and all the fruits and natural foods, you'll be able to absorb like young people, right? Right now, what Chinese say, sometimes, right, we want to get diet, right? We breathe the air, we also feel very fat, isn't it? Because actually we don't eat that much, but we still feel very heavy because our digestion level is really aged. That's the reason why sometimes you need technology. Natural food, just by eating raw, it doesn't work this way. So you see, the next three technology is all about absorption. Enteric coated technology, meaning that your capsule go into your body, you pass through the stomach acid directly to intestine. So it will be absorption up to 60 to 80%. So emulsification and biosoft gel, it will be a smaller molecule like injection going to absorb higher and faster. So that's why with the oral capsule modern technology, then that's where we have ingredients. One of the best ingredients we're talking about is already clinical proven. Many people has been asking, oh yeah, your supplements, I need white papers, I need to show you everything. But come on, it's already 18 years in the market. If we are first year, we are not known by many people. We are not more than 300 million households. Probably we probably need to show you the certificates. But right now, it's already patented ingredients, meaning we went through all the R&Ds and patented, clinical proven. So that's why it's a 5 ingredients. You look at this, okay, cervicenta, valvacenta, and ginseng acetone nucleotable. And we are taking from deer placenta. Yes, we are taking from deer placenta, but we do not kill deer. We are taking like a human, taking out your baby, they have the placenta, we taking the growth factor. So we do not kill deer, we do not kill any animals, right? So if you can see, I break it down. Cervicenta is we're taking deer placenta. So the cell itself, okay, and at the same time, valvacenta, we are talking about the tip of the antler. So because the deer antler has the closest to human and the mammals, right? The only mammals in the world, you cut their antler, they are able to grow every day 2 to 3 cm. So basically, unlike a sheep, unlike your cow, your ox, okay, anything, but only deer has the capability. So when deer is a regeneration cell. This helps and with the human body as well. It very, very close to human because we are mammals. And then ginseng, you're talking about ginseng here. A lot of us maybe heard of a Chinese ginseng, Korean ginseng, American ginseng, but we are taking a New Zealand ginseng. And this is a volcanic soil grown ginseng more than 10 years. So when heard of 10 years, I'm not sure about all of you, but in Chinese, anything more than 10 years ginseng is one of the best ginseng. And New Zealand ginseng is actually more 20% more than the normal ginseng, the genocyte, the nutrients here. It has anti-tumor, anti-cancers, and a lot of talking about longevity as well. That's why you heard a lot of Chinese dynasty emperor, they're talking about ginseng. A lot of Chinese are talking about ginseng here. Why they live a long life, like 100 years, 120 years, 130 years. It actually works. Okay. So volcanic soil growth. Of course, the fourth one is acetone. It's talking about what is it looks like. It looks like a fan. It looks like an algae, but this is a lingy in Chinese, but it's called Ganoderma in English, right? So Ganoderma is a type of plants. It actually, if you look at it, it can help to promote the body's recovery ability. Higher active components than ordinary lingy by several times. It can, one of the main ingredients talking about longevity. Meaning, if you heard of 5,000 years ago, the Chinese Qin Shi Wang, okay, is talking about he doesn't want to die. He looked for people, the terracotta, right, the soldier. So the Qin Shi Wang, Emperor Qin, is actually looking for a solution, looking for a medicine to help him to have a long life so he won't die. That's how a terracotta time. If you do not know, go ask your friends about Chinese, then what happens to this terracotta? So it's the same dynasty. That's the reason in the dynasty 5,000 years ago, the king, the queens, they believes in Ganoderma. This helps a longevity especially, okay? Then nucleoclavin is actually talking about anti-inflammation. It can even replace steroid, Western medicine like steroid, right? A lot of people doesn't know, okay, yeah, I'm going to having a steroid. Panadol, paracetamol is steroid. Why are we having fever? Because the fever, anti-inflammations, because you're inflamed, that's why you have a fever here. Why you're having a sore throat? Because you're inflamed. But by having a steroid, by having antihistamines, by having all these drugs are drugs. But this white strawberry, especially from Awaji Island, Japan, so they have an anti-inflammation components here to help and replace Western medicine like steroid. Okay, so with this, okay, unique technology and integrated formulation is a formula. All other 9 together, you can see are all food. We call superfood. Lycopene, especially for a man, a prostate, okay? Always men go for toilet at night, 5 times disturbing the wife. Okay, you see? So, but with this, you can see a lot of friends, I see that some friends, that inviting your friends comes here. If you might have this kind of issues, you might ask your friends, lycopene and tomato, even you Google, it actually helps a prostate. It actually helps men's for a night urine. Okay, so you won't disturb your wife anymore. Okay, so like marine collagen, okay, this is like twing, you know, like woman. So your knee pains and especially the knee. A lot of I see in the European houses, the England houses is all the stairs, a 3 staircase, and then you need to walk up the stairs. Then there's no lift. In Malaysia, everything we are live, okay? But in Europe, I noticed everything is built to last. All the houses, okay, is 100 years ago and without the lifts. So they actually need to walk up. So a lot of knee pains problems as well. So you see, with all this, okay, it comes to supplement prevention recovery, lower 3 highs, okay? 3 highs meaning high blood, high sugar, high cholesterol, and even reverse aging here. All right. So today, that's it. The product, 16 years or 70 years or even 18 years this year, one product without nothing. Just one product, 3 million household, right? And it's already more than 10 billions of revenues here. Singapore company, New Zealand product. right? So by looking at this, probably okay, so this is quick videos. Okay, that's how about first edition, second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, seven editions here. All right, so that's about it. When we talk about so much of a product, how good is a product, regardless how good I say, I just show you a little bit testimonial, a quick one. Okay, anyhow, this testimonial not to actually just for show, right? So have a look, a quick one. It's basically, if you look at it, this is like what, anti-dandruff, or you're looking for an anti-dandruff shampoo? No. This is having a skin disease, a very, very serious skin disease. A friend of us in Taiwan, like 50 years old, but in fact, this is since young, she's been like that. She's been looking for more than 20 over doctors, like me. Like me, just now I shared, is because I've been looking for doctors. There's no other solution. No one can help my father. I tried just one step. I tried just 6 months treatment. I just tried one treatment and it's where I am today. And I believe like Suda, like Wayne, I like you see a lot of people, Joanne, Hyatt, Melinda, or in I think quite a number of people, Nash, Pavitra, Beam. I see a lot of people if you look at the faces, okay, the video. So these people who attend this, by the way, I just look at it. Many people are still not on the video. So if it's possible, you would just open your video again. All right. So just a reminder. Then, yeah, skin disease. It probably helps the skin disease. So she's been looking for more than over 20 doctors, but it doesn't help. You see, sometimes you say that, oh, okay, stem cell, but you know what? I believe my doctor. I have a question. If doctors are so good, why are we keep going back to visiting the doctor? Then it should be one time seeing your doctor, you won't go back. Am I right? If doctor, I'm not saying doctor is not good. Okay, because why? If I have a problem, I need for operations or anything, I still need to go to doctor because doctor do operation, right? So, but my question is, if let's say I do not need to go I do not need to go operations or not serious one, like such as this skin disease, okay, you see that it's not even her hands and her hair, but the whole limbs itself. So the moment she starts, okay, this is how serious is a skin disease. She even go for Chinese doctor, Chinese TCM, and so on. But what I'm saying is that if doctor is so good, sometimes the drugs already cannot help. There's no way the drugs and medicine can help. But is there any other solutions? But a lot of people they actually they give up their own. I would say probably give up their own. See, to be very strict to say that they give up their own. You know what? When someone is trying to introduce something, maybe it helps them, but someone is immediately they close the door because they think they're trying to sell their product. But to be honest, again, like I say, if that time my friend is asking me, I've been trying more than 20 over doctors. If I shut my door, my father as a Parkinson patient, he is already is 7 years. You know, Parkinson has a very short life. But my father today is still growing dark hair. So that's why I'm telling you, at that time, 6 years back, I never shut my door. So I hope that whoever here, you're actually seeing that a skin disease after 6 months, all right, you can see a one treatment from sometimes a very serious like lupus autoimmune system. It does help, right? And this is her today, right? So, okay, and this is her today. So I hope that everyone gives a like or applause. Okay, even though it's you can't see, right? So that's why I say it down to just skin disease, which doctors never help. Antihistamine doesn't help. Like 20 years suffering for 20 over 30 years. Why not try? Do you have any other solutions? If you do not have any other solutions, probably it's time for you to try, because there's so many things in the world for us to explore. 5 years ago, you didn't see. 5 years now, you have the opportunity to see. Maybe that's the opportunity. Okay? So that is her today. And then sometimes even a very small down to the testimonial like hair. This guy is our friend in Kelantan in Malaysia, a property developer, businessman. And that's how I see him after 1 year. Before, I'm not sure you see the second photos. There's sometimes it's stuck there. Uh, just give me a second. Okay, hold on. Can you see my screen? Yeah. All right, my screen. You see my screen? Can you see? Okay, sure. So, this is how I see him. 1 year back in 2023, that's how I saw him, and 1 year later, you look at his hair. So it does help for regeneration. But of course, some people ask me, okay, they are already totally bald. They say that, can I grow my hair? I say you look very good in bald. Okay, so no need to be purposely because of this, you want to grow 2 or 3 hairs. Okay, so this is for some of the cases some people would want to try. Okay, and then of course there is others like wait, yeah, what happened? Okay, so the next one, for some reason it doesn't work. This, yeah, okay. Just give me a second, sorry. Okay. All right. So you see, even here, it's like she is a nurse, a head of nurse in a government hospital. So you can see about a wig. Why is it so? What's the difference? Probably it's the eye. Okay, it's the eye bag. And in fact, you know what? A lot of people, they actually didn't notice. When the moment I see her, she's a hospital nurse, the head of nurse, principal, as a principal of nurse. But she keep telling me that she has no problem. She looks very well. Okay, I mean with the cheek and with some meat, so she looks very well. But when I looked at her eye, I like sometimes to look at some Chinese and say, Chinese doctor, they actually tell me when you're having a very dark circle, serious one, like 20, 30 years, sometimes it's because your lung has, no, it's called pancreas. I think, yeah, or gallbladder, sorry. Yeah, gallbladder, you have a problem. It's like you're unable to detox it. So that's the reason your eye bag is very deep, regardless how many hours you sleep. So that's why you see the 7 days later, you see the difference by just having 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, the capsule. That's it, right? As simple as that. Because her working environment is all doctors, a medical specialist. Do you think that she do not have friends and to tell her? But she doesn't have the solutions. Even all her friends are doctors. Sometimes it's about hair, my friend's mom, and then sometimes it's about hair as well. This one is my friend is in London, staying in Edgware Road. I think so, yeah. So he actually act in Bridgerton, one of the actor as well. So that's why you see the difference. This is him, okay. This looks like Elvis Presley. I always say, okay. So you see the difference, okay, right? So and the following, I would like to share this a baby. And you can see that one of our leader here called Lester Ling. This is his son, his daughter. So basically a 7 years old premature, right? Why am I showing this? It's because it helps. Even baby is safe to consume. A lot of people, they think that, because of supplements, because of the capsule is very big and able to consume. But this is be able to consume as well. Okay? Right, this is her today. So Lester Ling, right? Thank you very much, Lester. And I think he is here today in the Zoom. I'm not sure he's still here. So basically, it's talking about the health and the wealth here. You see, many people who actually taking their time and making money and they forgot their health. That's that case. We say that. Okay. So that's a sharing for today, but I would like to invite someone. You hear me keep talking. Sometimes you feel very bored as well. I think I talk too much sometimes, so I'll be very scared as well. So maybe I would like to ask someone to share her testimonial. I think she is here today. Just now I give her a text. I'm not sure whether she here. She is actually my friend in Malaysia, but now she stays in Germany. So I'm not sure what's the town called. Every time she tell me the town, Charleswood or whatever, I can't remember the word. Okay, but she was my ex-colleague. Okay, if you ask, you're talking about me. She's my very senior, working in the company. And if you're talking about in the telecom industry in Malaysia, you tell people you know these people, everybody knows her. She is very sort of a very famous person in telecommunication industry. Trust me. If you say I know these people, she shake her head. But I tell you, you ask most people, the senior one, who is this person? You know this person? Everybody knows her. She's too humble to say that. Okay. So if you think that I'm in the telecommunication industry, working in the corporate, but this person is really someone that trusts me a lot in the first place. So she recently moved to Germany to study, further her study. But you see, she's my senior and ended up she moved to Germany for the further study. And yet she's still passionate about this sharing this business or product because this product, this treatment has helped her, help her father, help her mother, help her brother, help her sister-in-law, and help her another brother. Okay, I think three brothers. One brother working is in a big corporations in IT. The other brother also a CFO from some of the companies, and then the other sister-in-law also don't know where. You see, the whole family is corporate people. They are all educated, not about someone that telling you this product is good, you go and take it. They are Googling, they are educated, they are well educated in their whole life. So that's the reason I want to invite this person to share 5 minutes about testimonial. And thank you very much. She's taking her time all the way from Germany to join this event today, right? So let's welcome Susan, my 3-star leader. Okay. Eventually she share. Then after that, yeah, there's a lot of good deeds she's been done in Malaysia as well. So I would like to welcome Susan to share a little bit, 5 minutes about her own testimony. Let's welcome Susan. Susan, you can unmute. Cannot. Can you unmute?
Okay.
Okay.
Now okay. Thanks, Weiling. Hi, everyone. My name is Susan. I'm actually doing my master's in Straubing. The town is called Straubing in Germany. Okay, and I have my classmate Shiva on the line as well. How I came across this product is when Weiling told me about her father, Parkinson's disease, and how it helped him. And at that time, my mom couldn't lift up her hand. My mom was about 82 years old at the time, and she couldn't lift up her arm. And you know how we are very concerned about our parents' health and all those, so we bought a set for her. So after taking that in fact, we saw the results in quite fast. Within 2 months, my mom could lift up her hand to her ears, and she could walk without her walking stick. At that time, 80 plus, legs are weak and you can't lift up your hands because of blood circulation. So she actually can do that. And we noticed that her skin also changed to be really smooth and radiant. So then we also then bought for my dad. My dad generally is quite healthy, but he has less backache and pain. So mom health has improved, so she can walk and lift up her hands. My brother, who plays tennis, he has this knee problem. He can't squat well because he runs a lot, right? So in Malaysia we have a squatting toilet. He once he squat he cannot get up. So after taking Patir, he actually can run without pain. So this has helped him with his knee problem because the cells has generated and has improved his overall quality of life. I myself, I used to have nerve problem on my hand. Whenever I lifted a cup with my hand, the pain will shoot from the wrist to my elbow. I just took it for one day. The next day, the pain went away. So then I realized the product was really so good. It helped improve the quality of our lives. And we continue to take it to for maintenance, although we don't have major problems. But this product, we have seen it improve so many people's quality of life. And at the same time, when we share and talk about it with friends, it helps us help other people improve their quality of life, and also earn a little income to actually help us with our maintenance, means helping us buy the products for free. So overall, I want to thank Wai Ling for introducing this to me and my family. We really have seen the effects of the product, and it has helped us improve our quality of life. Thanks, Wai Ling.
Okay, thank you, Susan. Thank you, Susan, for sharing it. So that's why sometimes, I mean, this is a very simple and even minor. I would say it's very minor. Even lifting up hands, 80 years old, 80 years old, old auntie are trying to do it. So yeah, that's why. So besides that, I would like to invite someone. Maybe because this is the last minute, I decided to ask Wei. Wait, I saw you. Okay. I heard that I'm seeing he actually from Taiwan. So, but he actually moved to UK for many years. I think more than 20 years. So because of this product has helped him for I think over 2 to 3 years. He's been having the products earlier already. So he also see recently I see his actually face a glowing. So definitely he has a little bit of testimonial, and he was actually doing a business seat as a business as well. From a Taiwanese person come to London, and then they see the difference. They actually running the business at the same time. So maybe he share one or two words, maybe own testimonial, or maybe how he see Reway as a business at the same time because of the testimonial. Okay, wait, maybe you share maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Introduce yourself. Can you unmute? Okay. Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, hold on. All right. So yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Wei, for sharing it. So yeah, that's simple as that. Basically, today I am not going to talk about business, to be honest. Okay, so there is a business opportunity, but what I am trying to share here is that if you notice, all of us from testimonial. In fact, Susan, Wei, me, Sudha, or Mating, or Profit Trust, and some Sudha, Nash. Okay, all of us are from different countries or nationality, but we do make it. And because tomorrow we will have our offline meeting, so we're talking about business opportunity at the same time. Today is purely about the awareness of what exactly the stem cell. But if you want to know more, we are welcome that you can ask your friend, okay, what is this product about? Why you, with so many people, even from 80 years old, like Susan's mommy, like Wei is a mature age like me. Okay, so it's like middle. Okay, it's very rude to say people not good, right? Okay, the word old. Okay, so very young, but he looks young. So to be honest, he actually changed. I can see. So you can ask Nash if someone is Nash friends, or you can ask Bing, you can ask me, or you can ask Joanne, or you can ask Hayat, ask Sudha. So that's why many of us actually, because of the product, we are here. I'm not going to tell you that, oh yeah, this business is making money, and then you're here the first day. I'm telling you how to make money, how to make millions and billions. No, there's no way you can do that unless this is a money game, this is a scam. Then please, you may go to other organization, not here. We are not here to telling you making millions overnight and so on. Yes, this might be the product presentation telling you this stem cell has been in the market for 18 years. All right, this is what we are trying to tell you. And right now we are coming to Europe, and we are going to open another 20, 30 locations, okay, in the coming years. And we are here today, right? So I hope with today's presentation, you know more about the products. If you want to know more, okay, you can chat with your friends. If you want to know more about the business opportunities, you are welcome to ask your friend further that they already make it. Or sometimes we have events on Sunday. You can come over to the event as well. Okay, so thank you very much today. Thank you for your time. And every Saturday, we have an event as such. It's talking about the product presentations. Okay, so that's it for today. Any more questions and or else, thank you again, and we see next week, right? Or tomorrow, some of it are joining our offline event in Shepherdbush. Thank you. Bye bye.